Mayong adlaw mga amigo, my name is Moon if you're new to my channel, and as you can see from the title of the video, these are the books I've recently read. So normally I do a wrap up every month, but considering as to how little I have read back in December 2019 and January 2020, I decided not to do wrap up for those months and just clump it in February where I have read a significant amount of books. So without further ado, let's start. Hi, so these are the books I have read for December 2019 and January 2020. For December 2019, I have only read one book, and it is actually Janus Silang at ang Tiyanak ng Tabon by Edgar, Calabia, Samar. So what I like about the book is that first, it uses the legends which are found in Filipino culture. Second, the writing style is fantastic, although a little bit fast-paced. Third, the plot is very mind-blowing. And fourth, the character is very realistic and relatable. So what I don't like about the book is that I have mentioned that the writing style is a bit fast-paced, and there are some parts of the book where the author will just jump from one plot point to the other. But overall, I love the book so much, so I rated it 5 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. Also, if you're a Filipino and would like to read a book that is written in Filipino and is under the genre of middle grade fantasy, you should pick this up. So for the month of January 2020, I have only read 2 books, and the first book I have read is actually Renegades by Marissa Meyer. And what I like about the book is that the writing style is fantastic, and also I'm very partial to the third-person point of view, and Marissa Meyer has used third-person point of view. What I don't like about the book is that the plot is very basic and the characters are not that good, and also the characters are not that memorable, so I'm not that attached to them. So overall, I rated the book 3 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. The second book I have read for January is actually Wildcat by JP Harker. So it is actually given to me by the author to make a book review. Also, if you want to watch the whole book review for this book, I'm going to put the link down below. So what I like about the book is that the plot and the writing style is amazing. What I don't like about the book is that I don't really like the main character, and also I can't relate to the tribe that is written in the book. I rated the book 3 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. Hi, so these are the books I have read for February. The first one is Kate's Choice by Louisa May Alcott, and so far this is the most boring classic I have read. I appreciated some parts of it, but I was not overall wowed by the book. Probably it's because of the fact that this book is just a bind up of short stories, and each story is as bland as an oatmeal, and I don't love it and I don't hate it, so I rated it 3 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. The second book I have read this month is actually Bergdorf Blunts by Plum Skies, and I actually love it. It is a satire, and I am a sucker for satires, and I just love how the author wrote the main character as someone who is very funny but also very annoying at the same time. And based on the reviews I have read for this book, most people are offended, and it's quite funny actually because most of their complaints are based on the satirical way the book was written, and I kind of get their point because if you don't get satires or just plain sarcasm, you will hate this book. And that's why I rated this book 5 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. And it is actually my first 5-star book of the year. The third book I have read this month is So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport, and it is a non-fiction book. At first, the book is definitely an eye-opener, but eventually I became bored while reading the book. Most facts, especially the ones found in the middle part, became repetitive until the book has ended, and that's why I rated the book 3 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. So the remaining books in this list are actually from Wattpad, and I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, Wattpad books, they are bad." But actually, no, not all of them. It's like published books. There are good books and bad books. So the fourth book I have read this month is actually Whistleblower by Kate Marchant. It is a contemporary novel set in a university. It is fantastic. The writing style is amazing, the plot is good, and the characters are very engaging. I have some issues with the ending, however, and that's why I rated the book 4 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. The fifth book I have read this month is actually Cherry Nuts by Noelle, and it is actually a pretty short book. It has only 10 chapters and it is a contemporary novel. However, it is very bland. The characters is just not that engaging for me, although the plot is a little bit exciting, especially when it comes to the ending, but overall it's bland. So I rated the book 3 out of 5 stars in Goodreads. The sixth book I have read this month is actually Holding Onto You by Unsinkableships, and it is a contemporary romance book, and I actually DNF'd it when I was already halfway through the book. That's why I added it in this list, because I have read a significant amount of book to get the plot and the whole stuff, and it was so boring that I can't get through some chapters most of the time, and some parts are very unbelievable to be logical. So that's it for this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have opinions, please comment it down below and let's discuss. Also, in the comments down below, please do comment what are the books that you've recently read. And goodbye. Na 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 na.